Well, here we are on the C stream. How are you doing, Jason? We've got Liquid and NiP.
Yeah, I'm excited. Both these teams trying to rebound. Obviously, did not have a great run, especially NiP. Got absolutely battered. But you could say the same about Liquid. Score was a little bit closer, but they were never in contention for that game versus Astralis that we just casted.
No, that was a wild time on Nuke. And
what, NiP was a 3-16 loss to FaZe?
Yeah, but that's FaZe right now. That's what they do. Their new style. I like it. I like that style a lot. Well, here we go. We're going to be on Mirage for this one. Liquid will be on the T side to begin with, NiP on the CT side, and looks like a straight A execute with not really much of a delay. So early headshots here for NiP, and Rez will be picking up an instant one. Forest is there, and this is very bad news for Liquid. They need to somehow break through, and at least they got some opening kills and some damage. It's doable, but they're low on health.
Yeah, but so is Plopsky. If they can clear him out, oh, this Molotov is so brutal. Oh, he gets out. That is a great movement, and now we can peek. They have no idea. What a performance from Plopsky in this pistol. He does go down, but that is a crucial kill. Bomb being planted. It's such low HP.
USP being stolen from Nitro. He's got 7 health and really not much of a dream of making it. Now they're flanking him both on the same side, and headshots not coming through. And NiP will pick up the pistol. And it's a nice early shutdown. Rez and Forest, I think, landing the 2 opening kills to make a big difference.
Yeah, they got bottlenecked. They weren't ever able to make it forward, and that was an issue we saw on Nuke versus Astralis. Was, I mean, uncharacteristic of Liquid. That individual skill, that ability to trade, wasn't there, which is weird. There was no power behind some of their attacks, and again, a little bit deflated as they try and get up the ramp. So NiP with a pistol round, but with the plant, Krieg is dropped over to Naf. And then to Elige, and then back to Naf as they pick up a second one. And then to Twist.
That's a lot of juggling.
And then back to Naf.
They keep...
And Stewie.
All right. It's like some sort of some weird game we've got going on here. Playing hot potato with the Krieg.
Just making sure if the viewers at home maybe just got it on radio style, maybe looking at other monitor, you know exactly who has the Kriegs. Elige, Stewie, and Naf.
There we go. I'm not going to lie, I think that might have been more confusing for people, but I'm happy we cleared it up. You know,
it was confusing for me as I was going through it.
I think as a general rule, try not to be throwing your firearms to any teammates. Like they're not meant. People are meant to. Even if the safety is on, you know, like still don't do it.
All right. Well, Forest with control of connector, and if you're NiP, obviously in this meta, you're going to know that there's likely a Krieg out, and you are not going to want to challenge anything. And this is the tough part about this kind of a buy, especially on Mirage, is Liquid has mid control. They can move up towards Catwalk. Lekro's all alone in the B bomb site, but these Kriegs, the long-range fights are so tough to handle with just the M4s. Lekro has to hold on to this whole bomb site on his own, but he's got Force to slow him down at the very least.
Oh, wow. Lekro, he wanted to be in position to catch them as they came out, but just not going to be ready for it. And that's a huge round for Liquid. They bounce right back. Obviously don't want to be experiencing anything like what they did against Astralis, so the fact that they're back in the game early on is good news.
It's a reverse. Remember, Liquid won both pistol rounds against Astralis and lost both second rounds, so now it's just the other way around for him. They'll get started on a decent footing. And we'll see what NiP can bring into the fight in the next round. Twist and Plopsky just saving their weapons over in the A Palace.
Yeah, an M4 being saved, I guess that's good news, but the MP9, you never really feel like you are not heavily celebrating saving that gun.
No, not even a little bit. Does have a kit though. We'll see with that if that can have an impact. But Liquid are going to be pleased. Obviously, just marching through middle, and it is like, what a weird choice to make as defender. These either you try and defend the B bomb site at a disadvantage in the fight because of the Kriegs, or you have to get like very aggressive and push towards top mid with those SMGs. It's such a weird decision to have to make, and I don't think anyone's super comfortable with it, especially on a map like Mirage.
Liquid, when they were playing against Astralis, they won both the pistols and lost both of the following rounds. And now they're taking it out on NiP. That seems, you know...
Yeah, NiP is probably thinking that's a little unfair.
Yeah, it's like, why are you doing that? Like, so those other guys that were doing this to you, we have nothing to do with that.
Here's the thing, though. Liquid, they had, remember, Twist and Stewie, I think, had what, like something weird, like 3 kills at the end of the first half against Astralis. They can't have a slow start again on this map. And that's a good indication from Twist. Immediate headshot onto Lekro. Didn't even get a chance to fire his weapon.
And that's that's, I think, what everyone was expecting from Liquid against Astralis even, right? Like, this is what we think about. The M4 and the MP9, I was mocking the MP9 just for being saved, but it's worked out really well. Now they've got a Krieg and an AK instead, and Elige, or if he had got caught jumping, Plopsky hears the jump down, so he, in his mind, he's thinking now is the time. But Elige was ready for it. Might have even used that intentionally as like a sound cue to say, you know what, if you're there, let me just bait you into this fight.
Yeah, even if not, a little bit of elbow showed before that peek from Plopsky. So yeah, Elige was given the opportunity to set his feet and wait for that peek to come in. And
I'll just be honest. If ever there's a point in time where you know there are two options, like either it was intentional, it was smart, or it was like a random occurrence. If it's your Elige playing, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say probably it was intentional. Like he's a pretty bright player, so I'd say 9 times out of 10, yeah, he probably, you know.
Yeah, he is one of the more cerebral players that I think we have in professional Counter-Strike. So yeah, it's probably not a fair assumption of yours to give him the benefit of the doubt. 2-1. And NiP fully invested in that previous round, cannot invest in this one, but again, they have the M4 saved, they have a Krieg saved on Forest with that armor. So some weapons that they can try and do some things with that. You'd imagine some flashbangs picked up, even if you can't invest in upgraded pistols, something that can help these rifles get into a fight, or find an advantage in a fight.
Yeah, I agree, and I mean, they had a Molotov that's just been used and to try and create a bit of a gap, but they absolutely know they're pre-firing that. But otherwise, they just smoke, so no flashbangs of any kind, and that's a long time to be firing that AK for Elige. And all he got was the 1 kill. Speeding up, though. Look at this is a quick decision for Liquid, saying, all right, that many people on the A-ramp, we're going to take B.
Yeah, even if they can't account for everyone. What an advantage at this bomb site, and they're going to find it completely clear. Nitro's coming in late with the bomb. But again, NiP, they've done such a spectacular job. I'm not even going for this retake of them, NiP. You've picked up 3 rifles in these 2 rounds, or you've held on to them. Yeah,
this is actually, I mean, for a round loss, this would be a spectacular win for NiP if they could carry all of these out. Twist will take down Stewie, but I agree. Even if they get another kill, I would still say it's not worth it. They might be throwing something away here. Twist walking into it. Oh, the Forest will be there covering him, and now Nitro. A little bit of damage, but not enough, and Lekro will take him down. And now it's just Twist in a 1 versus 4. He's going to fight his way back, but that's going to be a long defuse waiting inside of the bomb site. And Forest, he's still at it with 5 seconds left, and unfortunately, for everything, they run out of time. And like, that's impressive, but at the same time, not enough.
No, but I mean, you can't even really fault them at that point. They win every single fight. That is, again, another uncharacteristic situation for Team Liquid. This is a 4-on-4 in the retake, and they lose every fight that comes their way after this. They're individual fights. There's no crossfire set up, and they just go down 1 by 1. I think Liquid must just have not been expecting that retake whatsoever.
Yeah, they might have been on the same kind of thought that we were. Like, surely they're not going to be throwing away that much. Now, if they would have a defuse kit, Forest would have had that defuse, so...
We can just talk about, I mean, that's a spectacular, what, 1 versus 4 you said from Twist?
Yeah.
3 kills down the stretch, getting Forest off the bomb right at the end. That is a tough scenario to be in, and Twist handles it with relative ease.
Rifles back in the hands of NiP, but also swiftly taken away, at least in the middle. Elige and Stewie set up for that peak coming out. Twist, oh, surely he felt that.
Oh,
the timing is unbelievable.
Yeah, that is so close, even finding that as the smoke plumes.
Finding that as? He did almost shoot him, but like, Jason, you know? Come on.
Twist. Looking for another chance. A 3-on-5. Elige is low, can be doubled up later on, but he's in a perfect position inside of ladder room. And Liquid readjusting towards the A-bomb site. Lekro starting to shrink the map, but the info's not there yet. Still, it's going to be 2 defenders here. And the timing for Twist, it can't be worse, but that is a stellar peak.
It's so well done, and then he gets taken down through the box, which just seems unfair. Plopsky, no one's checked for him yet. 27 seconds. He's biding his time and waiting. The smoke goes up, but he already had the angle. He goes for a follow-up. What a great play. He may have just bought enough time here. Lekro going to be walking in for the flank, and Elige is in middle. If Lekro can win the fight, they could do this, and he's got perfect timing for it. Twist goes down, and now look at the health that's on Elige.
Yeah, but he's got long range with the Krieg. He's got a flashbang as well if he gets into a dicey situation, but you have to imagine he's just going to hold this angle. Can you see the bomb?
No, he can't.
Oh no, this is all set up for an absolute disaster. Yeah, he can stick that. I don't think Lekro realizes he's checking towards window room, but Elige, for some reason, just has no idea.
How does he know?
Lekro's going to swing and take the fight, and that is a fortunate situation for Liquid.
Again, I have to just assume that Elige, he's just been studying like the psychology of Lekro. He's got him all like mapped out. He just knew that. That's an unbelievable risk. If he goes back for the defuse instead, there's nothing that Elige could do.
4-1 in the favor of Liquid. 4 Kriegs picked up, an AK-47. That's an expensive victory though, but NiP unfortunately cannot really buy a whole lot to stick in the fight. 3 Deagles, a P250, a CZ.
Forest going down early on. They have 3 people towards the middle, but they're not really working together at the moment. Or maybe couldn't really do that anyway, like the window was smoked off. But if you're gonna have 3 people there and you're gonna take any fights, probably better if they all do it at the same time.
Well, Liquid handling this round pretty well. No one falling, no one getting eliminated by the pistols. Elige and Nitro very low. But it's going to be a 5th round for the American team. And this is really interesting because FaZe has the lead in terms of points, right? I think I just saw the tweet from HLTV. FaZe only needs to win 1 of the last 2 maps in this tournament to make it into the grand finals. And they've still got a game against Cloud9. But everyone else is kind of fighting for that 2nd spot, and I think it's still pretty much wide open.
Yeah, there's so much that can happen in terms of, especially when teams start drawing, like Na'Vi did versus Cloud9. That just throws it all right up in the air. And,
I mean, Astralis, you know, they come into this thinking we just have to win no matter what. They got some of the losses they needed. Obviously, beating Liquid, they had the Na'Vi tie, so the points aren't great for them. They had an NiP getting beat down, so they're really closing this. This is going to come down to tiebreakers. You have to imagine in that last match of the day. NiP desperately need to put more points on the board here in this match.
Yeah, and right now that's proven real tricky. Liquid with 5 rounds already on the T side of Mirage. NiP managed to save some weapons, but then not really making the most out of them. Here's another chance with rifles back in their hands. And Lekro is playing alone in this B-bomb site, and that might have been a mistake. Backup is there for Forest. He's turning around for it, and Lekro, nice headshot, a double, and the bomb, it even drops down. That was way better than I was expecting. I thought that was going to be a disaster.
I'm so confused. Did Liquid just make a mistake on what strategy they called? That seemed like they're maybe trying to throw some kind of a fake, but the bomb committed. Twist and Elige falling back. Ooh, what a spin from Stewie. After getting dinked, and with low HP, he actually might be the kill. If Forrest can peek out and get that, then that's at least going to give the information over to Elige as they kind of buddy up and try and retake Catwalk. Twist just waiting in these B holes, and that low HP player going to be the bait, going to be the information, or is he? Good trade from Elige.
Yeah, that was critical. Taking down Forrest, Lekro back here. Set up the defense earlier with a beautiful double, and he's going to pick up 1 more, so a bit of a hero right now. Elige waiting with the Krieg, and he'll take down 1. Rez, this is going to be quick. You don't want any long fights with the Krieg. You'll go down very fast indeed. He's got a good angle, a good off angle here, but Elige just peeking him out and almost messing that up. The grenade does nothing at all, and Rez will be able to finally edge him out of the fight. So that was, for what kind of an opening that was way too close for NiP.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great recovery from Liquid, and that's the confusing part, that bomb dropping as a couple players are running back. But still, you're right, 4 kills. Money is not great for NiP. They do have, what, the 2 M4s, 2 SMGs, but they've got no money behind this purchase. So Liquid puts them in a perfect position to just reset everything, of just decimate this economy after a single win. Both teams' money, actually, Liquid's in the same boat. They've got no cash flow behind this buy, so they must have this win if they want to keep trying to kind of rack up the score, and that's a big trade.
Twist instantly taking down Rez after the initial battle there. And now they're sort of, you know, just watching all the different parts of the map here. Don't know what's happening in A-apps, but otherwise, they've got their eyes on it. And it looks like they're all just, they're giving up on that mid position. I'm just going to go back to A.
Which is probably a pretty good call. Forrest set up at an off angle on catwalk. Twist ready to peek the window as soon as that comes in. But now you're attacking the rookie. Plopsky has one flashbang and an SMG. So much utility for this Liquid side. 3 Molotovs still in hand. And Plopsky's got a big job to do, biding his time, but Twist has an angle, and that's going to be an easy kill. And now NiP's locked out of the bomb site.
This was just a very good call for Liquid. Like, very, very quickly, no hesitation. The bomb goes down, and Nitro will drop here in the early stage of the retake. That's a nice kill to get that early on if you're NiP looking for a third round.
Oh, Alicia's going to have to make a run all the way around towards middle. Twist and Naf, it's just the 2 players. It's essentially a 3-on-2 for NiP at the moment as Alicia tries to get into a better position. Smoke is on the bomb, it's tapped. Twist's going to call the bluff.
They're going to be smoking up towards the high ground instead. Forrest will take a kill, but now Elige running up from behind and cancelling that. They're inside of the smoke. Oh, no smoke at all. And Elige, what a beautiful flank. That took him a lot of time, but he showed up just at the right moment.
14-3 for Elige so far in this game. He was phenomenal against Astralis as well in the previous game. He was maybe the one bright spot that Liquid had for 80% of that game. Here again, delivering some high impact, and that's one of those victories in a round that Elige just delivered that gets Liquid like 2 extra. It counts for more than just 1 round, essentially.
Yeah, and you've got to imagine as well, it's sort of devastating to NiP in their emotional state. They actually, you know, they smoked, I think they smoked off the A hallways with the last smoke. There's no way they could have known, but if they'd smoked off the bomb, at least it would have been way more tricky for Elise to go for that spray.
I think they had one down. I think it just cleared.
Yeah, it was gone by the time he showed up.
Yep. So nothing there.
That's a little bit rough, even on its own, right? Like, they have one smoke, they throw it towards the position nobody's in.
I was actually
a
little bit surprised to see Forrest just tap that, not go for it when the smoke initially went down. Either way. Plopsky going to try and hold on with this Deagle as Naf walks into the challenge, and he's found a perfect timing to get into this position. And Twist is going to be in connector, so Plopsky's about to have a really bad day.
The worst of days, really. Beautiful headshot. That'll make your day a little bit better. Now, unfortunately, getting shot in the back is going to be no fun at all. It's a nice kill for Plopsky, but I don't think he could have really done anything differently there. Forrest and Twist. Oh, Forrest also in the right mood. And this is where Liquid, you know, need to just play together and not do this.
Oh, that is, I mean, Forrest is having some stellar shots with this Deagle, though. And yeah, the flank coming in from Elige. Forrest can do nothing about that one. Admirable effort, and a 7-2 lead now for Team Liquid.
They're playing just a much better game than we saw on Nuke, where they definitely looked like they were off to a slightly slower start. Didn't look like, you know, they were all ready for it. Quite a different matter. And maybe especially Lige right now. He's just angry. He's ready.
Wants to make those finals.
I mean, it's a convincing argument that he's making right now. 16-3.
Yeah, this is one of those games from Elige that's so tough to play against. 7-2. The early aggression from the AWP on Twist, it doesn't pan out. He's forced back from a Palace play. But Rez and Plopsky taking control of A ramp. And Naf, he's making so much noise. Can he find anything? He's not aware of the possibility. Good adjustment from Rez. I don't even think Naf spotted the second player, so I don't think he can really pass on a whole lot of valuable information.
No, they might be a little bit in the dark in this round. A minute and 15 seconds, but at least they've made their way towards the ladder room, looking into window. Forrest is down there, and he's so blocked in. There's 2 people behind him and 2 people in the middle.
He's going to be frustrated he didn't win that fight, though, or at least get the kill on a Nitro who's down to 12 HP. Still 2 defenders inside of the B bomb site for NiP. Plopsky has control of A ramp. That's going to allow Rez to rotate over through CT spawn. Likely to keep his eye on window room boost, the murder hole, but he'll have a quick rotation to the B bomb site to mark it if needed.
And it's going to be needed.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like it's about to be needed.
40 seconds, the smoke is clearing, and they had a Molotov in hand there. Twist will open up on Stewie, and this split towards the bomb side, it's almost all gone. That's a stunning shot from Twist, and now Rez, as we mentioned earlier with the early rotation, and that will stop the bomb with 24 seconds left. And now it's all on Twist here, and a very, very tough round to try and win. You need to get a kill, try and get a bomb plant without getting taken out. He saw the gun barrel, but he was crossfired in, And that's another round for NiP. A huge win. And they need it. They need all the rest of the rounds here.
No, but again, a costly win.
Yeah.
Now, fortunately, they've also done enough economic damage onto Liquid that it makes this next buy from Team Liquid. If they want to invest in this, it's going to make it much sketchier. A little bit easier to manage if you're one of the ninjas. It should be, for the most part, pistols. The question is how many are upgraded. Still, 7-3 lead after 10 rounds. Liquid's going to be so very pleased with that.
Yeah, there's nothing to complain about right now. The grenades, maybe?
Yeah.
Not happy about that.
You start complaining at this point. Twist has been spotted. Into the bomb site we go. Plopsky handles the first, but not the follow-up, and the bomb is going to go down, which is perfect. That's everything Team Liquid wanted. Everything, anything you get after this is just, you know, icing on the cake, so they say. It's the proverbial cherry on top of a sundae.
I mean, icing's pretty good, but it's not the best thing about a cake, surely. Elige making a dangerous nap up here, trying with a burst fire. The Glock against an auto shotgun and an M4 just doesn't really seem doable, and indeed it's not. It's a very, I mean, once again, a very expensive round for NiP. They won't have money for icing at this point, Jason.
No, they can't afford any, at least not the good stuff, maybe the off-brand stuff.
What's...
I don't know. I'm just saying things, Andrew.
All right. I don't know, like, it's America. There could be a lot of stuff there.
We do have a lot of icing options in America. We do enjoy our sugar
What's the difference
products.
between icing and frosting?
I don't know.
All right. I remember Duncan once bought a whole tub of frosting.
Oh dear.
God save him.
Fast mid from both teams. Aggression, and Stewie knows him, and Elige is already up catwalk. He can actually spin to help his teammates. Rez is going to try and address that because Elige is actually deep into the B bomb site, and that's a big kill from Stewie. He's protected the back of Elige, who's close up towards Market. A tough win for Forrest. That's an awkward timing.
He's got that AK-47, and now sneaking onto the bomb site. That's a nice find, Forrest. That's brutal, and the follow-up spray from Plopsky, and that really will seal the deal. 7-5.
That's a hectic round. I don't know how you would be supposed to read that if you're a player on either one of those teams. There's no way to kind of predict what's coming next because everything was just such insanity. Elige just booking it up catwalk while fights are going on in mid. That could have been a disaster for NiP, but Forrest holds on very, very well.
Yeah, that's gonna. I mean, that's gonna break Liquid's economy once again. I think that is maybe the success story of NiP so far, is they've managed to have a couple of rounds like that in the first half where they've been able to.
Yeah, despite winning a decent amount of rounds in a row, Liquid just not able to fight round after round now because of their money.
And you see the result in this one. Easy fights being won here by NiP. Forrest will take down Stewie, and that leaves Elige 1 versus 5.
He's 20-6.
And we've only been, this is now playing the 13th round as I'm playing now. It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a freak. A freak of nature in this game. Slowly going to creep up the halls. Again, just the one player, but the bomb's back in T-spawn. So even if he gets this kill, likelihood of a plant is close to 0. If not at 0.
Well, especially walking up here is going to be all headshots. I can't believe he's not been spotted. He sees the gun barrel on Necro, and he's going to win the fight. The timing on that is outrageous.
Yeah, how did that happen? How did Lecro's got to be scratching his head as well. Like, how the hell did he get there? Elige is going to go up against the AWP. He's tagged, and Plopsky finishes it off with the USP. This is a good comeback from the Ninjas. 6-7 now, winning 3 in a row. 4 in a row, excuse me.
Yeah, they're starting to do something, which, I mean, they probably don't feel this way, but just watching it, you think, man, if they could have had some of these rounds earlier, this would be such a different half for them.
Yeah.
It's the fact that they've really not given, but they've let Liquid have the first 7 rounds here. That's already a very, very good foundation for the American side to build something on. So it's just damage control right now for NiP.
Stewie. It's only Rez covering this. If Rez misses a shot, Twist likely goes down. The flashbang misses. That's a nice double up from Rez. And for the first time, it feels in a long time, this is going to be a pretty dominant defensive round for NiP. 4 players still alive, AWP still in hand, and Liquid not able to trade any of those kills. So it looks like they're going to get stopped stone cold at 7 rounds.
It looked like the the recoil of the Creek just bounced into the second guy peeking. Just perfect. It's everything you want in a spray.
Well, I mean, that could be entirely neutralized. That flashbang is just misplaced. Went a little bit too far, doesn't blind anyone.
Yeah, that's a good point. NAF in the middle, and NiP playing this one really well. Like, they probably know the bomb is up here, but instead of sticking around and fighting in a position where, you know, he could try and get those aim battles, say, you know what? You're going to have to show up at one point or another.
Yeah. Oh, there's a nice shot from NAF, but still such a long way to go. Not a whole lot of time, 30 seconds. And NAF is going to push up towards connector. Lekro's blocked off by the smoke, but that angle from Rez is tough to deal with, and he's got that as well. Now aggressing towards Mark, but not prepared for Forest. Saving the day again, 7-7. We're all tied up going into this final round of the first half.
Great work from NAF. I mean, that's impressive. Not winning the round, but still. They did a good job. 7-7 tied up, you're right. 15th round up on Twist, and yeah, NiP, I'm impressed that they managed to make it back this far. Could be salvageable. They could make it back and win the map even.
Yeah, we'll see. Alicia's going to be on his own towards middle. Just throwing out some nades. I think he wants the information of the presence. That would have been a big fight to win. Not able to manage it. All that's left is this march up the A ramp, and I think they might be split by that Molotov. Good trade from Stewie. And the route on Palace. That's NAF with a stunning headshot onto Forest.
Twist. They were jumping past there, but the smoke was obscuring most of it, and now they've lost Lekro in the meantime.
They just left the bomb and they just left the bomb all alone. They just said, we're just going to push and take control.
Oh.
He's tagged through the box. Not the follow-up, though, from Twist.
That would have been a horrible way to go. But Plopsky was low from the earlier fight, and in a 1 versus 3, yeah, that's not going to be working out. 8-7 in favor of Liquid at the end of the half. That's a great scoreline for Liquid. But, you know, NiP showing some teeth as well.
There were some close rounds though early on that NiP just barely, you know, got away from them. You think that 1-on-4 that Twist won at the B bomb site. He got 3 of those kills, forced Forest off the bomb.
Yeah.
That was huge.
There's a lot of rounds like that where it looked like NiP were going to get away, you know, clean, or at least with a lot of rifles.
Yeah.
So like at that, if they would have done that more, maybe this could have been way more than 7 rounds overall.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they did well. They did well to come back in that, and we'll see if they can complete it after the break and see if they can make this comeback all the way happen.
We're back with the action. NiP and Liquid. It really does to me like Liquid. We're going to completely sweep NiP, but they managed to hang in there. They actually have a chance of winning this map now.
Yeah,
which is incredible.
A 5-1 run for NiP to close out that first half, which puts them in a decent position. 7-8. They're just down by 1 round. Obviously, the pistol round would be massive, but at least this is a winnable. This is a recoverable situation because at 7-3, it looked like Liquid wasn't even going to stop. It looked like they were just going to keep racking up rounds. And
they have the added benefit of the fact that Nitro's already purchased the dualies, so.
I don't know if I'd call it a benefit. I think this probably makes it a little bit more likely that Nitro's just straight up going to get an ace.
I mean, that's a brave, bold call. I like it as a prediction. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we can find out right now. If finally, I think we've had a game where the dualies got 2 kills.
Yes.
And then when you were celebrating that for a long time.
Yeah, I've held that over you. Well, look, the dualies are going to be in position. They're heading towards the B bomb site. NiP's heading towards the B bomb site.
All right.
And they're boosted up.
They're even boosted. So this is like this is the ultimate position for them, surely, right? You've got a distraction. You've got everyone covering you.
You got 2 distractions. Naf is going to turn around. There'll be a crossfire between Naf and Stewie.
Well, here we go. Time for the dualies to shine. Stewie missing a couple of shots, and Nitro firing some bullets early on, and he's waiting a little bit. He's going to get 1 kill, run and gun. And
it's not his fault. It's not the dualies' fault in any way. Elige, an extended battle. He does win it, but this is just phenomenal trading from NiP, and Liquid never was able to set their feet in this round. That's a bit brutal. You had 3 players. You had exactly what you wanted, exactly what you set up the defense for, and you get deleted.
Not the dualies' fault. That is, that's the takeaway.
No, I just wanted to. I wanted to preempt.
All right.
Whatever wise-ass comment you were about to make.
Yeah, just getting out the headline early, so that.
Yeah.
Well.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, it's true. But for NiP, that is a huge victory. Even running into the 3-man stack, I mean, never mind the weapons, right? That's not going to be easy to break. But they did it just fine. Stewie and Twist now on the A bomb site, and a little bit of pressure coming in. Twist. CZ getting shot in the back. He was waiting for that, forward fight at the ramp and just didn't really get it. And now, short of some Deagle kills, some Deagle headshots, should be almost impossible here for Liquid.
Yeah, definitely impossible now. Naf just going to back away from the fight. He's got armor, he's got the Deagle, but he's already wrapped from behind. Good kill from Naf. Somehow spins in casually, takes that frag. And he's going to try and escape, but Forrest is being aggressive. Another win for Naf. And Lekro has low health behind, and he somehow managed this. He can actually go back and try and find a weapon. He can't win this round.
Yeah, unfortunately, just too much time off the clock, but NiP, again, a problem that we've talked about in the past, a little bit of a failed grenade, but, you're winning the round, and then it becomes expensive anyway.
Yeah, a lot of the discipline just kind of slipped up there, which is curious just because they had so many issues with their money in the first half. That was one of the reasons why Liquid got out to such a big lead at 7-3 was they controlled the economy game. So NiP letting a few more weapons slip out of their grasp here in what? That was a 5-on-1? 4-on-1?
4-on-1, yeah. They had him in the corner, right? They could even shoot through the wall behind him if they really wanted to. Like, there's a lot of options there. But NiP are in the lead, 9-8, and I mean they're going up against UMP, sure, but Plopsky's got that Mac 10, so he can be the aggressor, run into the site, make sure there's no stack.
Well, Naf has the UMP right around the corner. He can put a stop to this. There's the flashbang. Oh, and he just gets away from him. That's got to be frustrating. Plopsky dropped so quick.
Twist. Actually, that grenade almost took out Plopsky.
I was going to say, it did more damage to Plopsky than it did to anyone else, but he still got a double kill after the fact.
Yeah, nothing you can do is that's a good round for NiP finally.
That's a little bit of hazing. It's like, all right, rookie, let's see what you can do, and we're also, by the way, going to add a grenade onto it.
Yeah, I think usually when you do those kind of like, training drills, right? They're just using rubber bullets or something,
not this time.
Not actual explosives.
That little guy? Wouldn't worry about that little guy.
It's real rough. 10-8. And Plopsky having himself a really decent game, which is not surprising. 19 kills right now on him. 23 on Elige, and he's dropped low early in this round.
So low that Stewie looks like he wants to get involved in the action, but NiP's rotating away from it. Back to the A bomb site, back towards Twist, who's got no utility. Stewie and Elige are going to shuffle around in their positions, and I think Liquid knows exactly what's coming. Stewie's going to get in position at the ticket booth with the AWP. So 3 defenders at this A bomb site. Again, another round. Liquid, you have the ideal defense.
Now, is he going to be pushing through the smoke? Because he's going to try and smoke with the Kinect. He can either go on top of the box, or he could just try and run his way through. Yep, coming right through the smoke, and now they're jumping down on top, and Stewie, that was a smart move. He's taking down Plopsky, and that'll slow down this push for NiP. Rez will actually get one in return, and Stewie's in trouble. A big double for Rez, and Nitro, this is more dangerous than you think. He's going to be dropped by Electro, and Elige, no chance here. And I don't know, all of those fights for Liquid, like, very, very individual.
This is winnable. Look at the HP. Nap cannot do this as he comes up the stairs and gets shot in the face. Yeah, those were very awkward fights for Liquid to have to take. I mean, look at this. It's all like gaps in the smoke. It's all, you know, estimations. This one is Stewie coming through it. None of these are clean fights for Team Liquid. 11-8. This was once 7-3. So an 8-1 run now for the Ninjas. Excuse me, 9-1.
9-1, yeah. Currently, Astralis fans everywhere praying that NiP actually win this match. I think that helps out Astralis, if I'm not wrong.
I think anyone beating anyone that's not Astralis losing is going to help Astralis at this point. Yesterday was a disaster. I think the big ones, FaZe is pretty much is damn close to being locked in for that final. So I think, you know, obviously Na'Vi losing is a big one. NiP losing would be big. Ooh. Liquid losing would be big. So it doesn't necessarily matter all that much. Everything helps Astralis, as long as they themselves come out victorious.
Yeah, they need to win. That's
not. They're up against Na'Vi. This is a tough one. It's going to be on Nuke. That game is currently 9-6 in the favor of Na'Vi.
Ooh. Well, that's rough, isn't it? Yeah, a lot of drama here on day 2. 11-8 right now with 50 seconds on the clock, and NiP starting the group towards the B bomb side with Forest left in the middle. I love having that one person who's catching rotations. You obviously need to get into the bomb side, but if you do, then it works well.
Especially Forest in mid. These are the kind of fights that you would expect him to just love. You know, mid to long range, tap away. Couple different angles that you can function in. So Forest in a good spot, and the B bomb site is not being defended. So NiP going to get a free plant, and it's looking like a 12th round. This has been just a massive capitulation from Liquid. We haven't even seen them able to put up a fight down the stretch. Remember, Elige was what? At one point he was like 20-5 in the first half.
Yeah, he had just an amazing opening. So that should be the nice. Well, here we go again with Elige. But that kind of opening should be what buys the rest of his teammates some space, some time to ramp up and start getting in the game. And we haven't really seen that yet. 12-8. It's a full round lead for NiP. Double ops now in the hand of Liquid. Maybe that's how you solve this problem.
We'll see. We need to start. I mean, you'd hope that at least one of them would get a little aggressive. Try and put a little fear in NiP. He's trying to at least, you know, pick off 1 or 2 players before the Ninjas pick a final destination on the map. Something to make things easier once the execution does eventually come in.
Staying really far back on the map here. NiP. Whereas on the A side, but if Twist kept pushing on the A ramp, he would, you know, discover that nobody was there. It's a bit of a risk, but what do Liquid do? I guess with the orbs, you don't want to be too aggressive. A double orb setup, we saw that on Nuke when it worked. It was great. Just didn't work early enough.
Well, all quiet on the map. The nice thing about that for Team Liquid is with the double op setup, you don't really have to spend too much utility. They want those choke points to be clear. They want to be able to get these long angles down into the holes like Nitro has, like Stewie has in middle. So NiP going to let this clock run down as Rez backs up and T-spawn towards the B-bomb site.
is a very slow round. There's not even been any time where anyone has been close to being able to take a fight. And at 35 seconds, they're going to be grouping up. But Nitro is here. If he gets even the first kill and falls back, surely NiP don't have time. There's even a Molotov to follow it up. Oh, this should be brutal. Nitro, he'll miss the chance, and they're going to ignore the Molotov and run right through, charging in. And that should have been way better for Liquid, but NiP somehow breached the bomb site, and now they're in a great position. The bomb is going to be planted here with about 10 seconds left. Wow, I can't believe it.
No, that's way too clean for the setup that Liquid had. Stewie coming out of market. Still no idea yet. Oh, and he's going to get tagged from behind. Even Force causing a distraction. That's both ops now taken away. And Lekro wanted more. You have to admire the effort. Plopsky's going to have a chance as well. Pushing up towards Catwalk. Elise wants to fight. Misses the initial salvo, but recovers for the follow-up. A 13th round for NiP.
Forest trying to shoulder peek that, making me maybe trying to bait out the shot. Regardless, and in spite of losing the rifles, because they got a lot more money now in NiP, might have been worth it to go for that anyway. I mean, again, all you needed was the first kill, then the Molotov would have been, you know, doing a lot of damage, or they would have had to have used a smoke or something. It's like, wow, that was way too much success for NiP, given the defensive setup for Liquid.
Yeah, the Molotov, the AWP, 30 seconds on the clock. I think the Molotov might have come a little late when it actually lands. I think two players are already kind of past it, or at least deep enough that they won't take too much damage running through it. But this Liquid defense is not looking great. It's falling flat. A scary prospect is their woes down the stretch of this year just continue, and now seeming to be piling up as well.
Yeah, it's really strange, isn't it? Because we've all obviously seen what this team is like when all the different parts come together. And it's, I mean, yeah, at some point the best in the world, and not even that long ago. So just need to rediscover whatever that was, so they can bring it back. And they don't really have a lot of time right now to do that.
No, again, but another setup for Team Liquid that looks like they shouldn't have any business losing this. Naf pushed up into Palace, although Stewie does just back away from Connector, which is the wrong rotation to make. You have Twist inside the bomb site, Naf and Palace. These two have got to hold on. Molotov is going to delay a little bit of time off the clock as Twist just waiting patiently. He knows he's not worried from Palace. Lekro going to lose that fight, and now things get so tough for NiP. They're coming into this bomb site, 45 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, they've got some backup now as well. Nice win, and Twist with a huge double. And Elise has shown up as well. This is a different kind of round for them. Just winning that early fight up there, making a big difference. Surely they're not going to give it up now. 28 seconds and a couple of fights being won from NiP. It's very, very late here. And they're going to go for the bomb plant. And I think they can maybe just make it without getting interrupted. That's a bit of a victory, but now they're still stuck on the bomb side. Nitro is going to be flanking them. And from CT spawn, Stewie, Elise over by the connector. They're crunched in here. And is there a gap? Oh, Nitro. Not yet. Yeah, now the smoke is going to be fading, and Forest with no chance. That's a big round out of Liquid.
Yeah, there was no chance for NiP to be able to cover that flank. They didn't have the manpower for it. They were working on getting into better positions, stuck in the bomb site after the plant. And obviously that smoke clearing, Forest had no chance of covering that angle. 9-13. That is the first CT round Liquid have won in this game.
And that's bad news. They need more, right? Can't just be getting along with winning, you know, a round here or there on this second half. 9-13, man. And their economy, I mean, they've got a little bit after the buy now. NiP with that Mac 10, that makes you suspicious. Does that mean they're going to try and go really quick at it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. They've slowed things down in these past two rounds. And we saw, you know, to start this half out, Plopsky was kind of dropping out Palace into the bomb site with SMGs all day long. Maybe they put Lekro in that position, although he's geared up currently to run towards mid. Or the B bomb site. No, surely NiP hasn't just called a B rush.
I don't know. Like, they've had a lot of success over here. Maybe they just don't think that they can really hold it. Nitro He makes the jump. He sees the entire NiP team running at him, and the MAC-10 will open it. Now it's a good job on Stewie to get one, and Liege with the follow-up. They've managed to contain this push a little bit, and that is some great spraying. Long range. The bomb plant, sure, but now you have to hold it 2-on-4.
The problem is Liege. They have to clear him out, and Forrest is just the man to do it. A quick tap. There is another follow-up push coming from Catwalk. That's going to be Stewie. Bobsky and Forrest trying to hold on. Forrest out in the open for the moment. Another stunning headshot. No response yet from Team Liquid. Down into a 2-on-2. They have not been able to get into this site. Even Naf's going to go down to a push, and this is a disaster. Liquid with the advantages, and Stewie trying to make his way in. AWP's got to find two. Not a whole lot of time left. The no-scope, the quick-scope, it misses, whatever you want to call it. Forrest,
wow.
Another miraculous round.
A 2-on-4 win for NiP. That is absolutely backbreaking.
And at this point for Team Liquid, after what we saw on Astralis, or versus Astralis just in the last round, this is a Team Liquid that just doesn't seem like they have the teamwork down as intuitively as they used to. Something seems off. None of those kills in a 4-on-2 with a 2-man advantage, none of those are traded.
Yeah, I don't think they could be traded, right? Like it was either win this fight or there's no one there that can follow this up. They're 14-9 in spite of the fact that Liege has 27 kills. So it's like, you know, like, again, there should have been the space for it. There should have been more here, I think, that Liquid could look at and maybe find a way to break through, but not happening so far. And Nitro, I mean, when he makes that jump into the B-hole, he's like, oh dear.
Yes.
That's everyone.
Well, I mean, I was just as surprised. Again, it almost feels like Liquid may be on the same wavelength as us, like Nitro just never expecting a B-rush. He was the only defender there. Stewie did get back in market to pick one off, but that is a very aggressive call from NiP that nets them a win in the 4-on-2.
Wow, well, you just saw one of the NiP players get raptured from the server, so we're gonna have to wait until he gets back.
Raptured.
Straight through into heaven.
Thanos.
Yeah. Get him back. That's Forrest just going to be reconnecting to the game, so no panic really.
Well, let's look at some of the other games, Anders.
Yeah, we'd love to get an update.
Obviously, you guys at home, it's 11-9 for Astralis over Na'Vi.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's spicy. They've switched over to the CT side of Nuke, and or no, excuse me, they're on the T side. So fair play, doing it the hard way, the old-fashioned way. Cloud9 is beating FaZe, 13-8.
No way.
13-8 on Inferno. The map that FaZe 16-2 at Astralis.
That's amazing.
Brokey has 25 kills.
That's hard to even understand, isn't it? Like given how they've been playing FaZe so far, you would have imagined that would have been almost impossible. So, all kinds of shocks coming our way.
Yeah, Cloud9 after such a nasty little performance yesterday in their two maps. They tie Na'Vi on Train, and now they're beating FaZe on Inferno. So things slightly seem to have recovered a little bit today. See if they can put any they can actually complete this win. And remember, that would keep FaZe. FaZe still isn't guaranteed for the final. They need to win one of the last two games, and this was the one that you looked at and you're like, after what we saw from Cloud9 and FaZe yesterday, that should be the win that puts them in the grand finals. Yeah,
I think unfortunately for Cloud9, the way that they've been playing, probably a lot of teams look at them at the moment and say, yeah, that's the easier team. Yeah, exactly. Which is such a dangerous mentality, right?
Right.
You've got to hope that Coach Janko's been, you know, beating them up before the game.
Right, but FaZe plays Liquid right at the end of the day as well. Their final one. If that's obviously, you'd much rather get into the final versus Cloud9 than having to battle against Team Liquid. Even a Team Liquid that doesn't look as strong as they used to in any way. 14-9, one of the last chances for Team Liquid. They have no money. They have an AWP on NAF, running low on utility. No one in the A bomb site for the moment, so if NiP had hit this timing, I think Liquid's putting a lot of faith in that smoke they have down at A ramp, but that's not going to hold everyone back for long. Alicia's going to be forced away. Twist is caught on the other side of the smoke. Stewie's coming in for a fast flank. He'll run into Stewie and T-spawn.
Oh, just battles all over the place. Forrest controlling that flank from Stewie, and they don't even have to commit to it, really. They're still pushing forward in NiP, but they must know that they've been found out, so with 1 minute and 10 seconds, you could do a lot of things here.
They only have flashbangs as well. They used all their utility to put up the smokes for that initial hit, and now they have nothing. And I guess at this point, if you're NiP, maybe you hold your positions and hit the pause button. and say, let's wait a few seconds to make Liquid think maybe we've fallen back towards the B bomb site, see if we can alleviate a little bit of the pressure. And it's working. Nav's backing off now as well. He's no longer holding the angle with the AWP.
Yeah, he's worried about a flank. Twist is up there, but he's not even really looking. Like, he doesn't know if anyone's walked into the B hallways. He's just there in case they start to make some noise. 30 seconds, and they're going to recommit. And Liquid, surely this time they'll all come back. Flashbang to try and set up something towards CT spawn. NiP holding there the whole time. 20 seconds on the clock now. And there's not going to be any smoke to cover for the bomb plant, so they actually need to clear the way with kills.
That's why they've done it with Force and Lekro. They pushed in towards connector. Spam coming in. Good peek from Rez. And here comes that retake.
Forrest in the middle against Twist. He'll lose that battle. And oh, Twist, I can't believe it. Taking down NiP. Lekro now. They know exactly where he is. Twist, that's a nice shot. Actually, a brilliant round out of Twist here. And Liquid will win the round just barely, but again, scary.
I mean, I think fair play to NiP. That was pretty much the only way I feel like they could have won that, is pushing Lekro and Forest, not trying to like run the gauntlet and cross, pushing them towards jungle and towards connector to clear things out, control it so they can get a plant down safely. 14-10, and NiP with that plant, still plenty of money. Liquid still on the ropes in terms of their economy, and in a weaker buy coming out of guys like Elige with a FaMAS. NAF is going to be dropped in AWP, so the double up setup is the real power here, but there's nothing left in the tank for Liquid after this buy. If they can't win this round, they're in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, again, they need to push this forward, just start to build an economy and really shut NiP down, and that's a good beginning. Stewie winning the battle in the middle against Lekro. 4 versus 5 now. Bombers dropped quite far back in NiP. Okay, they find a way back into this round. I mean, a lot of their rounds when they're in trouble, they just go B, it seems like, and that's been working pretty well.
Yeah, but they're spread for the moment. They can't really attack anywhere as a unit. Plopsky and Forrest waiting for the smoke to clear. Stewie almost had his head taken off. Got to be careful with that jump. Twist looking for the push in the upper B tunnels, and he might get it. Naf's there with the AWP, but that's exactly what he wanted. Now Twist going to pick up the pace, throwing utility. I don't know if this is a commitment quite yet, but it is pulling Stewie to join Nitro at this bomb site.
And look at what Twist is doing on the other side. He's far up on the ramp. He wants to know, and I mean, that, at least it puts Elige a little bit further towards middle and that B bomb site. I think Liquid are understandably a little bit worried about, you know, the eventual B hit. It looks like now is the time for it. Forrest leading the charge, but the smoke was 1 second too late, and Stewie will take down Forrest. And now the defense looks a lot better. 25 seconds as NiP looking for a way through. Rez comes in, try to be the hero from connector there, or catwalk, but it's not going to be possible. And now 15 seconds, and there should be no way here at all for Twist to try and do this. The Molotov is a good idea, but Nitro will show up for the kill, and that's Liquid now. Really bringing it back, 11-14.
Yeah, one more buy likely out of NiP before Liquid can take a deep breath and hold on. What a good round from Stewie. This timing towards top mid to get the opening kill. The timing through the smoke onto Force at the B bomb site just when it plumes. I don't even think he saw him. I think he's just taking a timing shot once his vision gets obscured. But 11-14 as they begin the comeback. 29 kills now on Elige, 20 on Twist. The other side of things, it's 24 frags on Forest and 22 on Plopsky.
Yeah, Forrest playing a good game of Counter-Strike is hardly unusual, but you know, even for a team like Liquid, that's hard to handle. But look at the money on NiP. It's questionable.
Plopsky's got the Mac 10. We'll see if that's going to be used towards the B bomb site. Everyone seems to be facing that way. Last time we saw the individual Mac 10, and I mean, they've dropped down, playing it conservative with the money, not buying down to 0 NiP. Buying what they can to be dangerous while still planning for the future. One Krieg on Forest. So you have to imagine Mac 10s, pistols, drop out of this into the B bomb site. Forest provides supporting fire with that Krieg. Plopsy's going to go right through it.
Well, here we go. Another attempt here for NiP. Close range, and Nitro, oh no, that's very uncomfortable. He wins the fight, but he's out of bullets, and he'll go down. Still a 3-on-3, and Stewie with the USP able to pick off Twist. Now a 2-on-2 in the bomb plant. A bit delayed here. They don't have a lot of health left on NiP, but they can win this. That Krieg is always going to be a problem. Oh, and Forrest, there we see it. Headshot to bring down Twist and Liege. I actually think he had a look at Forrest, but he just didn't even realize. And yeah, this is tricky. He's done so much, Liege, but...
Rez has the bomb, though, and he's actually boxed in behind this pillar. Forrest had to swing wide over at the bench with just 3 HP to clear that so that Rez could make his way into the bomb site, back off of that angle. And Elige has repositioned, but that Krieg on Forrest holding the angle, and so deadly. Elige does win the fight. 19 health. That's not a lot. He's got to be perfect here against Rez in this 1 versus 1.
Yeah, he needs to clip him in the face, but that's not going to happen. Rez will take him down instead, and that's a devastating loss here. Best Liquid could do now is try and tie the game. But the Swedes they're loving it.
What's not to love?
I mean, by the way, that kill on Forrest, that was Elige's 30th kill in 26 rounds. So, like...
You add that onto the performance we just saw from him against Astralis, where he was leading the way. He's got to be feeling a little frustrated. 15 to 11, Liquid need to win 4 in a row, as you said, just to get the tie, just to get that 1 point. And these losses to start the day, they might take Liquid right out of contention for the grand finals. Good shot from Plopsky coming down the stairs.
Yeah, you're right. And just an attempt for Liquid in this round, right? Elige saying, you know, I've had a great game. Maybe that aggressive push is what we need. Nitro going down again, more risks being taken, and you know, just a little bit more of an attempt to throw NiP off guard. But they've been playing this one really well. Good to see NiP play at this level. 2 kills left, and Liquid just not even putting up a fight in this final round, it seems.
No, not even too much of a fight, you know, during stages of this map. I mean, that was a pretty massive losing streak there for him. NAF wins with the SMG. And Twist returns with the FaMAS, but this B bomb site is going to be under so much attack, and I don't know what NAF can do. There's an AWP, there's plenty of Molotovs, NiP have all the advantages. Twist coming to join up, but again, they're locked into market, and they might have to do something crazy to get into this round.
Yeah, it's going to have to be truly spectacular here. NAF and Twist, names that you would, you know, you'd definitely rely on for clutching almost any scenario. Right now, it's all felt a little bit stale for them. 25 seconds, and NiP make their way past. They don't really have any more smokes on the NiP side, so they can't block them off and keep them inside of Kitchen here. And Twist is going to be running forward. NAF is already low on health, and Twist not even going to get a chance in that fight. NAF, it's all on him in a 1 versus 3 to try and see if he can push them closer to that tie and at least get the 1 point out of this fight. But how do you do that right now? So low on health. Nice jump up, and if he could have caught Twist there, that would have been a beautiful way to open it, but yeah, it's all done. Rez will take him down 16 to 11, and NiP steal this away from Liquid. What a shock.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if it's necessarily a shock in terms of the result overall. I think it's a shock in terms of how it happened. A 7-3 lead whittled away.
Yeah.
And just got absolutely decimated. So that's tough for Liquid. They're having a rough day, and this is not the time for that. Astralis knows that from yesterday.